Welcome back to the 903 podcast. This week, I sat down with Jordan Gray of iCryo Tile. I talked with him about how he got into the health and lifestyle business, the assortment of high-end services that iCryo provides, and the importance of self-care in a busy world. Here's what's happening in the 903. Welcome back to the 903 podcast. I'm Andrew Darrington, your host. Tonight we're here in Tyler at the Young Professional Building. Almost got it wrong. Thanks to all our sponsors. We really appreciate you guys' support and appreciate what you see us trying to do as far as promoting local businesses and entrepreneurs and nonprofits. And for those guys and girls that are helping sponsor, that have been doing it for a very, very long time, we really, truly appreciate your support. Without further ado, we've got Jordan Gray here with iCryo. You're a manager there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and it's a newer business. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but tell us, how do you get into this type of business?
Yeah, so my uncle, Jeremy Thomas, opened it. He's been in Allstate for the past, 10 plus years. He had a friend that had Allstate agencies down in New Braunfels that opened up one as a franchise. He was a coach. His background was in coaching and teaching, and so he's been around kind of the active lifestyle. And so he loved the concept behind it, helping people feel better, helping people stay active, like the business model, like the business plan. Talked to him more about it, and decided to take the plunge and open one up in Tyler.
I gotcha. So your background is in athletics, and so you play college basketball, and you kind of graduated, got your business degree, right?
Right.
And so that became a kind of a good fit for your uncle to take a look at,
Yeah.
right? I've already got a manager in place.
Yeah.
And then your wife's a nurse, which also makes it a good fit as well.
Yeah.
What were those conversations like, at the beginning where he approached you with this opportunity?
Yeah, so when he had kind of started the early process, talking to Nick and Liz down in New Braunfels, he approached me about it and was like, "Hey, I've got this opportunity. This is what it is. I would love to open one up here if you'll manage it. If you will, then I want to do it. If not, then I'm not even going to mess with it." And so I was at the point in my life where there was an opportunity for career change.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting ready to get married to my wife, and it was all stuff that I loved and had done and knew worked growing up playing sports. Mm-hmm. Like you said, got my master's degree when I was playing basketball at ETBU. And so it was kind of a perfect mesh of both worlds of athletics and then on the business side, right? So I was like, yeah, let's do it. And so we started going to these conferences, and he was like, we need a nurse. Mm-hmm. Well, I know a pretty good nurse.
Right.
And so it was really just a God thing. I mean, everything kind of lined up to give us these opportunities to work together and to work for Jeremy and work with Jeremy. And so it was really cool. It was super easy conversations. Everybody says working with family never works out. Mm-hmm. We're pretty fortunate, pretty blessed to be in a situation where we work really well together and communicate really well together. And so it was just a really natural process to make these decisions and to get open and be open for almost a year now.
Yeah. So talk to me about the staff, because like you said, you guys have been open. I think you had a soft opening in around October of last year, and then kind of did your ribbon cutting in November. So what does the staffing look like? Because it's virtually, it's a medical facility. So you've got doctors and nurses, and talk us a little bit through that. Yeah.
So, and it's changed quite a bit since we opened. So just to touch on it, so we opened October 4th last year. October 5th was me and my wife's 1-year wedding anniversary. So,
okay.
So that was pretty cool.
Very cool.
But anyway, so we've got nurses and estheticians on staff, and then myself. We've got 3 full-time nurses and a part-time nurse, and then we've got 3 full-time estheticians.
Okay.
3 full-time estheticians, and then myself, and then the doctors that you mentioned. So we have a medical board through the franchise side, mm-hmm. And then we have a telehealth system where we do virtual telehealth consults with people to get cleared for medical services, whether it's IV, hyperbaric chamber, anything like that.
Gotcha. For the common person, what's an esthetician?
So esthetician, and I was a common person before iCryo. I had no idea what it was, and my wife hates it, but I tell them that in the interview. I didn't know that this was a field.
Right.
But esthetician, so it's a license or certificate where they go to school to do anything cosmetic, beauty-wise, whether it's not anything, but whether it's skin health, brows, waxing, lashes, sugar scrubs. I mean, there's a wide range of things. What we do is a little bit different. We're a little bit more concentrated, less involved as far as services that we have, but one of the machines we have requires a nurse or an esthetician to run. So
yeah, very cool. All right, so let's dig into the services, because you offer a lot, and it's a one-stop shop for a lot of the health and wellness that folks would need, especially here in the South where it gets a little bit hotter, and we can get into some of the IV stuff. But iCryo, obviously, cryotherapy is one of your trademark service. So talk to us about that. I got to visit, which was really cool. I didn't go into the chamber, but talk us through what that's like and what some of the benefits are of that service.
Cryotherapy specifically, and you've already mentioned it. I mean, we have a ton of stuff. Being named iCryo, it sometimes gets lost if they don't go check us out, if they just assume we have cryo. So, but our cryo is quite a bit different than really anywhere else around here. It's truly full body, like you saw yesterday. A lot of people, when they think cryotherapy, stuff that I grew up doing was the chamber where you're up to your shoulders and your head sticking out.
You're sitting in a can.
Yeah, and you're doing, it's using carbon dioxide, and ours is full walk-in freezer, so it's a super high-powered freezer. We got fans up top that are kind of controlling the different levels, the temperatures that we have. But the benefit of cold therapy, cryotherapy in general, it triggers your fight or flight. So all the blood's going to rush to your core. Your body thinks it's not going to make it much longer, so all the blood rushes to your core to keep your organs functioning. When it does that, it picks up more oxygen along the way. You get out, that fresh blood with more oxygen disperses back out to your extremities. And we tell people all the time, your body's your best doctor. It just needs the right tools. And so it's going to send that fresh blood to wherever you need it the most. So whether it's a knee injury, elbow, hand, whatever the case may be, you're getting that reoxygenated blood. And the more oxygen in your blood, the better your cells are going to recover. The benefit of ours being truly full body, different than other cryotherapies or even cold plunges, is we're getting the vagus nerve on the back of your neck. And so your body's natural stress response, we're working on making that more effective, more efficient. So whether it's for pain, energy, inflammation, sleep, a little bit of everything. Yeah,
and you're only in there for 3 minutes.
Yeah, so
in most cases.
Yeah, 2 to 3.5. 3.5 is the most extreme, but yeah.
Yeah, so I thought we're not talking about a long time here. So I think a lot of people think I'm going to be there for 30 minutes with my body freezing. It's just not the case.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that you're standing up.
Right.
So you're not sitting on a stool. You're not, having there's no stress. You're just standing there.
Yeah.
And you've got, I think, some goggles or some.
Yes. You've got on slippers, shorts, and then you've got a neck gaiter that we're putting mouth, nose, and ears, and then your beanie. And you've got on some really well-insulated gloves. So I tell people all the time, anywhere that's miserable when it's cold outside isn't an issue. It's not like your fingers are going to be just absolutely dying or really even cold at all.
Right.
The main portion we're trying to get is your core and then your vagus nerve.
Yeah, very cool. Infrared sauna?
2 infrared saunas.
Yeah, you have 2. One that can fit a couple people, and then one that can fit 2.
Yeah, so we have our sunlighting, which is a solo, or we have some couples that'll go in there together, and then we have our big clear light sauna that's ADA compliant. That now you can make either one of them private if you want. You don't have to share it with anybody. Sure. But for example, we have Utah Tyler Volleyball that comes during their season, and we've seen, I don't know, maybe anywhere from 8 to 10 of them in there at a time, which they're used to being around each other in close quarters. So,
right.
But yeah.
Yeah, so talk to us a little bit about the benefits of infrared sauna.
Yeah, so different than your normal steam sauna, it's heating your body directly. So if you look at a heat map when you walk in, infrared versus a steam. Steam, you're absorbing it head, feet, hands. Infrared, you're getting heat absorption all over. It's heating down to your core body temperature, so we get that to raise, which enables us to get a 60 to 90 minute afterburn of benefits. It's the non-harmful rays from the sun, and so you're getting more of a dry heat rather than hot, humid, steam. Some people prefer either or. But how I explain it to people is like being in Houston in a steam sauna or being in Arizona. Right, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
But really good for heart health, pain, anti-inflammation, blood circulation, sleep, energy. Again, pretty much all of our lifestyle services are
joints.
Yeah, I mean, all over the place.
Yep. The red light was a new thing for me. I mean, I've seen red light masks, but not the type of treatments that you guys do. Yeah. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the red light is probably, if there's one service that people are coming in for, if they're coming into our center for just one thing, most likely it's red light.
Yeah, when I was there, I mean, I think there was probably 6 or 8 patients, customers, whatever you call it, that came in just for that service.
Right. Yeah. So it's
that and compression. Everybody was there for compression.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna get to that there in just a second.
But red light is, I think, it's probably the fastest growing health and wellness recovery tool in the country. I mean, you're starting to see it so much more accessible, like with what you're talking about, face masks, or a lot of people have panels or even a light stand. Was it open when you came in? You got to see it?
Yeah, I got to see it. Mm-hmm.
So ours is quite a bit different, right? So it's truly 360 degrees. It looks like an old school tanning bed for anybody that doesn't know exactly what it looks like. It's got the top and bottom panels, and so we're getting 360 top and bottom. The more skin showing, the better. So how that works is that red light's penetrating your skin down to 2 inches. It's targeting your cells specifically, your mitochondria, to release more ATP, more energy for your cells for better function. So we tell people, imagine yourself as a phone and the red light is your charger. So it's helping your body function how it's supposed to without all the other junk, whether it's technology, food, drink, whatever you're absorbing outside. It's helping your cells function how they were made to function. We've got 15 different protocols that we can target. It changes the depth, the frequency of the red light waves. So anything from skin health, anti-aging to pain, energy, sleep, detox. And then ours has PEMF built into it that hits it from a different wavelength, basically just opening your cells up to be able to absorb as much of that red light as possible.
Interesting. Okay. We talked about compression. So everybody there was either doing compression or both. Compression and red light seemed like those were the most two popular. I've done compression. A lot of people that have muscle aches and stuff like that have maybe done a little bit of that. But talk us through what compression is. Yeah,
so compression, we have the Normatec. We have the boots, those are the most popular. So foot all the way up to upper thigh. We have the hip attachment that's about mid-thigh up lower back. And then we have a shoulder and arm attachment. Feels like a massage, feels like a weighted blanket, which is why people like it. So whether it's...
And you can do it like laying down or sitting.
Oh, yeah. So it's like... And the recliners are great.
Yeah, the recliner's awesome.
We call it nap alley because we'll put somebody in compression and then we kind of operate on an internal clock of every 10 minutes or so. We'll go check on them, make sure they're good or if they need anything. And I would say 50% of the time we'll go back and check on somebody and they're out like a light, snoring. But those different compartments inflate, works on blood circulation, getting out lactic acid and lymphatic drainage. So it's really good for anybody that's super active, your athletes, your people training for High Rocks or Ironman or anything like that. And then it's really good for people that are sedentary, whether it's a desk job or people that are getting up there in age and can't be as active as they once were, still getting that blood circulation and getting some movement where they don't otherwise.
Yeah, the dry float bed. Okay, so I've done floating before, and it was a different experience.
Yeah.
And it was the hardest part was letting your neck go, and on yours you don't have to worry about that. It's like you're on a water bed, right?
Right. So I've never done a wet float. I've been in the Dead Sea in Israel. We had a mission trip with our basketball team. So that's the only experience I have.
Yeah.
I know what that was like. Now I wasn't trying to relax by any means. So I don't know how I would feel if I was in a float tank trying to relax. Like you said, just truly letting go.
The biggest thing was like, don't drown.
Yeah.
And so as soon as I knew, okay, this water's buoyant enough to where then I was out.
Yeah.
In 3 minutes I was asleep. It felt like I was just floating in space.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm assuming it's a very similar experience.
Yeah, it's like you mentioned, a waterbed. So it's a super high tech waterbed. So the water's warm to skin temperature. There's this, what we call the membrane. It's just a vinyl covering that you lay on this platform, and that platform sinks within that pocket of water underneath the vinyl covering, and then you're just floating on that vinyl covering. So with the warm water, we turn the lights out, noise canceling headphones. We get that sensory deprivation, same thing you get in the float tank. You just don't get wet. So it activates your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest. It's really good for anybody that has any chronic pain while they sleep, any stress, anxiety, insomnia, PTSD, anything like that.
Yeah, I could see that. And then the last of the lifestyle services is your scale, but it's like a high-tech scale, right?
Yeah.
It's you think like a BMI scale on steroids. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so it's a Arseca bioimpedance scale, and so instead of just giving you the number, the bigger little number on your normal scale, it's breaking down everything underneath the surface. So fat mass, muscle mass, BMI, skeletal mass, your visceral fat levels, body fat percentages, your hydration levels, or your water weight. So it's tracking everything inside that we can't see. So we use it for a variety of different reasons. Obviously, we have a lot of active people coming in, so they want to see if their progress at the gym's working or if it's not, or if they need to tweak something in their diet. It's breaking down rights and lefts so you can see if you have any imbalances. And we use it a lot for our people that are doing any GLP-1 or GLP-2.
Yeah.
Because we're not just concerned. Our processes are a little bit different when it comes to stuff like that. We're not just concerned with that number. We want to make sure that they're losing the right weight and then losing it at a safe rate. So but like you said, that's the last one of our lifestyle services.
Yeah. So when I'm looking at, when I visited, when you're looking at the lifestyle services, I can go in and do any of those things by appointment, obviously, but you guys kind of button it up in a fashion that I think is pretty interesting, where you can buy packages where if maybe I feel a little bit more like doing red light today, compression tomorrow, or maybe both of those, but I don't want to do the sauna, I don't want to do the cryo. Talk to us a little bit about how you button that up to where it's packaged, because I thought that was a great business plan.
Yeah, so lifestyle services are done in a membership, so it's monthly. There's no commitment. Everything's month to month, but it's a membership where no matter which tier you go with, you have access to all of those lifestyle services. So whether you just want cryotherapy, or if you want red light and compression or the float bed or whatever, you have access to all of them in an app you can schedule on. But yeah, everything's membership based, and obviously we've got them priced differently depending on how many sessions a month you want and stuff like that.
And it goes month to month. It starts as low as, I think, 200, right?
149.
149, sorry,
Yep.
for 149, and for a smaller amount of visits, and then goes up from there. And obviously it's value based depending on how often you think you're going to come in, or how much treatment you need.
For sure.
You know, if somebody thinks they're going to hit 2 or 3 of those items every time they're coming in, then obviously they're going to need to get a higher tiered.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so just to give you an idea, like our most popular passes are premium, the middle one. So you get 16 sessions a month. So what most people are doing on that one, they'll pick their 2 services they want to focus on. For a lot of our guests, it's cryo and compression or red light and compression. They'll come do that twice a week. They're getting 4 sessions a week, 16 in a month. So, I mean, it breaks down a bunch of different ways. And then we have up to essentially unlimited, and then we have a family plan that's up to 4 people, or a shareable plan that's up to 4 people.
Yeah. The big thing is, and I asked your wife about that when she gave me the tour, is that if you guys have couples that come in, and sometimes they're buying one package to kind of meet those needs or whatever, but you got to have the consultation, right? Right, in order to receive the services?
Not the lifestyle.
Not the lifestyle. Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Unless, well, not a consult with our providers. If there's any sort of contraindication, whether it's heart health or any transplants or anything like that, then we would need a doctor's note from their physician. Enough. But for the lifestyle services, no consult in-house for us.
Yeah, awesome.
And now, a word from our sponsors. This episode is sponsored by Red Construction and Development, LLC. If you are looking to build or remodel and need the highest quality, best reputation, and 3D rendering, look no further than Red Construction. Call Thomas and his team at 903-630-8660 today. This episode is sponsored by Hoot and Holler Beverage. When I think of Hoot and Holler, their selection and customer service first comes to mind. So skip the big box franchises and make the trip to Hoot and Holler in Gun Barrel City. Between barrel picks, mixers, seltzers, whatever you need for the weekend, they'll help you find it. Stop by today. Scott and team are ready. This episode is sponsored by the Humidor. If you are looking for cigars and want to enjoy a few hours in a great environment with a great staff, the Humidor should be your next stop. With their vast selection and new bar, you'll have a great time every time. This episode is sponsored by Vault Arms, the premier destination for all things firearm related. So if you're in the market for handguns, rifles, or supplies, stop by Vault Arms at 4740 South Broadway or their indoor range at 417 West Elm in Tyler. Now back to the 903 podcast.
All right, let's get into the medical services.
Yeah.
This is where it's interesting because in my background, I managed a plasma donation facility for a while. So I'm used to sticking people with needles.
Yeah.
It's always easier if you're the sticker.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But one of the things that we did is after they got done, we had IV of saline that finished the process. And so not the same, but kind of, well, it's different. It's not the same, but it's interesting for me because for some of these, you have these chemical makeups that you're vastly improving very quickly. So take us through, like, I'm not going to put you on the spot and have you list out every IV.
No, you're good. Yeah,
that you have, because I saw like the day after drinking or something.
Yeah, I'll never drink again.
I'll never drink again. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah,
because it had Zofran in it, right?
Yeah. And that's a great one.
Because I mean, it's wild to see somebody. I know for me, like we had a couple people that were donating. And they were kind of going down and maybe changing some skin color. So you have to bring in, we call them physician's assistants, and they put saline in them, and boom! I mean, it was almost immediate. And I would assume that some of these IV services or injections you can tell almost immediately the improvement in the guest.
Yeah, for sure. It all depends on what people are coming in for, but. I mean, the benefit, for anybody that doesn't know, the benefit of an IV is pretty much 100% absorption. And we have people all the time that are like, well, why do I need to pay this? Why can't I just go drink a Gatorade and take some vitamins? Well, through your digestive system, you're losing a huge percentage of whatever you're consuming. This, you're getting straight into your vein. You can pick your individual boosters, and then just the fluid itself is rehydrating you at such a high level. But we've got your typical Myers Pro bag, the I'll Never Drink Again, that are targeted towards different things. We've got a high C bag. Several different ones. A Quick Slim that's going to target more of your metabolism. And then, 20 to 30 different boosters that you can pick between to whatever you're low in or whatever you feel like you need, either in your bag or an IM shot. That's, like you said, helping you recover pretty quick.
You mentioned IM shots. What are those?
So most of the same boosters we have in your IV bag, we can do an IM shot. IM being intramuscular. Yeah. So whether it's arm, leg, glute, it's a smaller needle, and it's obviously we can do it pretty quick. It's not the same absorption as in your vein, but it's still better than anything through your digestive tract. So.
Okay. Is there a particular reason why one would be better than the other, the shot or the IV? If you're kind of doing the same thing, or is it specific treatments that are better for the muscle versus the IV? Not necessarily
for the muscle specifically. That's just the location we're going into.
Okay.
There's a variety of factors that play a part into why people choose IV or IM over the other. Time, cost, a little bit of everything.
So the shots are a little less, or
the shots themselves are cheaper per shot. Now, if you wanted to get 5 or 6 different shots, then you may as well get your bag where you've got the
Right.
saline and the fluids going in you.
Yeah, for sure. The one therapy that I thought was, cryotherapy I thought was very interesting until I saw yours, because I thought it was going to be me sitting in a tin can getting cold. And I think some people, at least the ones that I've talked to, have said that they've had at least one negative experience if they've done it. So talked to a couple of athletes that I know. They said, hey, I got burned or whatever it is. But with yours, I don't think there's not really a way to do it.
Yeah, and you're talking about cryo, right?
Yeah.
So the nitrogen, I think I said carbon dioxide earlier, nitrogen chamber that most people have done, because it's using that nitrogen, there's a little bit more risk in that.
Yeah.
Which is why you can't be fully engulfed or fully enclosed within that chamber. Ours is just the high-powered fan.
Yeah.
So the worst that would happen, sort of like a wind burn or anything like that, but I mean, we tell people their first time, if you feel anything that feels uncomfortable, like a sunburn, like a wind burn, just knock on the glass and we'll open it and get you out. I mean, we've had, I'm not going to name names, she knows who I'm talking about, but we've had people go in there for 7 seconds and we get them out.
Yeah.
Now, the next day she made it to 25, so nice job, Chris. But it's a lot different, so you don't get a lot of those negative experiences. And you got, what makes ours different too is you have music, so you've got the headphones, you've got lights in there that change colors, so you can keep track of your time. You put on your favorite song and watch the colors, and it's over pretty quick.
Right. All right, getting back to the second, like this one, I watched the video and I was mesmerized by what was happening. It's an ozone UV IV therapy.
Yeah.
So the video showed you taking blood out of my body and it goes into a bag and then it's UV activated and then you put it back. But there's more to it.
Yeah.
Tell us more.
Yeah. So,
fill in the gaps.
Yeah. So I guess you were asking great questions yesterday, because when I got there and then after you left, Gabby pulled me to the side. She was like, hey, we need to prep you for this podcast. I was like, what do you mean? I explain this stuff all the time. She's like, yeah, but he was asking good questions. I want to make sure you're ready.
Right. And
so if I don't get this right, she's going to make me sleep on the couch tonight.
Okay.
So how it works, ozone UV IV therapy. So we're gonna take your blood out. It immediately runs under UV light, which is going to clean and purify it. Then we're going to pump it full of O3. So there's 3 oxygen molecules, the highest form of, purest form of oxygen.
Okay.
What it's doing is, normally your red blood cells is what carries the oxygen.
Right.
This is essentially going down to, it's giving your blood cells more oxygen to be able to function higher. Then runs under UV, we put it back in, and what's really cool, I don't know if you noticed on the video, is when it pulls out, runs under the light.
Oh, it changes color. Big
Huge
time.
change.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes from a dark red to a real pretty.
Yeah, because it's going to have more oxygen in it.
Right. And so it's cleaning it, purifying it, getting any infection, disease, anything like that. So, I mean, we have people, it's really popular for Lyme's disease, but we have people that use it for all sorts of things, whether it's low energy, fatigue, brain fog.
Brain fog.
Autoimmune disorders,
right.
Anything like that.
Probably sleep too.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see it at a variety of different things. It's it's a wild treatment that I've never seen before, and it's super cool treatment. That'd be one for sure that I'd want to try. For sure. As a treatment. And then you have NAD. How's that differ? And Niagen, is that are those shots or are they IV?
They can be both.
Okay.
So a lot of people know about NAD. So it's commonly known as the miracle molecule. Mm-hmm. It's something your body naturally produces. At the age of 26, it slows the production down. So what it does, it's a mitochondrial booster. Mm-hmm. And so your cells, the powerhouse of your cell, everybody knows what the mitochondria is we help it perform better how it used to perform when we were younger. Yeah. Then that's why it's called the miracle molecule, because you see a lot of reverse aging or slowed aging, whether it's aesthetics, whether it's hair, skin, nails, or even brain function. What's cool to me is we have a ton of people doing it, and everybody experiences something a little bit differently. Yeah. So it's kind of wherever your body needs it the most is where you'll feel the biggest difference in. So whether it's stress and fatigue, getting a boost there, or whether it's skin tightness or anything like that, kind of giving your body a boost. Now, Niagen, a little bit newer, not a ton of people, not as many people know about Niagen as they do NAD. Niagen is the precursor to NAD. And so there's been research and studies shown that after you get a Niagen IV or IM shot, there's more NAD in your body for longer after that IV rather than getting an NAD IV.
Gotcha.
So
okay.
hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah. Hyperbaric chamber, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's not, I don't know if I've ever been in a facility that's ever had one. I'd heard about some people that have a lot of money, like a lot of high-end athletes do that. Talk to us a little bit about that and what some of the benefits are of that service.
Yeah, so I think the first person I heard about having one was LeBron.
Yeah, JJ Watt for me.
Okay. Yeah. So similar. What most of those guys have. Now there's a few professional athletes that have a hard shell, I'm sure, but what you saw, what we have is a hard shell. It looks like a mini submarine.
Yep.
What a lot of those professional teams travel with is a soft shell. It looks like a big sleeping bag. But how it works is you get in that chamber, it closes, and we're pressurizing that chamber to help drive oxygen into your bloodstream. So same concept, similar concept as ozone. The more oxygen in your blood, the better it can perform.
Yep.
Whether it's muscle recovery, brain function, wound healing, autoimmune disorders. But pressurizes the air inside there to help drive oxygen into your bloodstream. We've got 4 different pressure levels that we go to, different protocols depending on what you're trying to do it for, how long you stay in, and stuff like that. What makes ours a lot different than ones that you see or hear about is it doesn't use supplemental oxygen. So a lot of places, especially hospital places, will put more oxygen in the chamber or have you hooked up to the oxygen tube. Ours doesn't use that, which makes it a lot safer. Not that it's dangerous when it's in a controlled setting, but there's not that risk that you read about sometimes about HBOT. And then there's studies that show it's actually better to do it at a lower pressure without the supplemental oxygen for a lot of things that we're working with. So we've had athletes that are doing it, that are training for Ironman or wound healing, disease help, and immune support.
Cool. Very cool.
Probably our most powerful recovery and wellness service.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. And then you mentioned GLP-1s, peptides.
Yeah.
You have other peptides, BP157, probably a smattering of others. I know when I was talking to your wife, she rattled off a couple others that I wasn't familiar with. But those are, I'm assuming they can be administered probably in an IV bag with the other stuff. Or you got with your GLP-1s, how do you handle those?
Yeah.
So is there a consultation? Then there's a prescription, and then you do administer them there? Are they shipped to them, or how's that work?
Yeah. Man, I was really hoping you didn't meet Gabby before I came here. Because I'm sure you're like, man, we should have had her.
No.
She's way smarter than I am.
She's great. She's great.
Yeah, she's awesome. So how all of our medical services work, GLP-1s, IM shots, IVs, hyperbaric chamber, ozone. You come in, you do your basic intake with either myself, one of our nurses, or estheticians, basic medical PAR-Q, and then if you want one of those medical services, we have that telehealth that I talked about earlier. So take you to the IV lounge, basically a FaceTime on an iPad.
Yeah.
They go over that same medical questionnaire, a little bit deeper into medical history, and give you clearance for whatever you want to do. Mm-hmm. Same thing with GLP-1, so they'll approve you for a certain dose, a protocol for length. But GLP-1s we can do either in-center, we have higher dosages and protocols in-center, or like you mentioned with peptides, all of the peptides, and then we have GLP-1 that we can ship to home. So same thing, you come in for that initial consult, and then everything else after that we just ship to your house and it's self-administered.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. All right, so you've got some specialty services that you do as well. T-shape, which maybe we didn't go in. I know sculpting we did. I don't think we talked about T-shape.
So T-shape is the sculpting.
It is a sculpting.
Yeah,
okay.
You went in one of either the back room by the foot
Yeah, with the
bed.
back room, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the T-shape 2. It is our busiest service far and away, which is why we went esthetician. So when we first opened, it was me, a team of sales associates, and then Gabby and our team of nurses. Well, it's just down to me now, and then our nurses and estheticians, because we're just slammed all the time. So what it is and how it works is it uses radio frequency, heat, a little bit of suction, and low-level laser therapy. What it's working on is the tightening and toning of skin. So any fine lines, wrinkles, people that lost weight at a rapid rate, anything like that, it's helping.
Anything that gravity's holding on to a little bit too much?
Man, gravity's the biggest problem.
Yeah, it's tough.
But it's producing collagen, and so what makes ours different than a lot, and like I said earlier, my knowledge of the esthetician field is super limited. As I've learned more about it, what makes our machine so special and why we see great results and why it's in such high demand is because it's producing collagen. So it's working over the course of the time you're at our center.
You're not injecting it in.
Correct. It's non-invasive. It is working over the course of your treatment and then at the center, and then it's just going to continue boosting your collagen production over the course of 3 or 4 months, and then you're coming in for a maintenance treatment.
Right.
Like you said, non-invasive. It's a lot of people's last stop before any tummy tucks or any surgery, anything that they're going to go spend tens of thousands of dollars on. Or go under anesthetics or under a knife. It's a lot of people's either first stop on their weight loss journey or their aging journey, or their last stop before something like that. But we can do anything. I mean, legs, glutes, stomach, back, arms, and then we do the face, so jaw, skin, neck,
Probably
jaw, and
scars
neck.
Too. Probably
Not as much scars. The red light helps with scars because it's working on that on the skin tissue. But no, this is mainly, you're not going to see a big difference in any scar tissue or anything like that. It's mainly for the tightening.
Gotcha. And then you guys do facials there?
Yeah, so same concept. So a little bit different version of a facial, like I talked about earlier. No sugarings or lashes or waxing, peels, whatever. That T-shape does the facials, and so we're working on body parts with the body shaping, body sculpting. The facial portion of it is working on cheeks, jawline. The turkey neck is what some people call it. So same concept, working on the tightening and toning of loose skin, fine lines and wrinkles, just anywhere above the collarbone.
Yeah, very cool. It's a very efficient office where you've got a lot of different things that are happening, and everybody's like very aware is what I would say, is very attentive and very aware. You've got locker rooms there too. We didn't mention that, but you've got places where you give them garments to wear while they're using your services. And then you have lockers where folks can lock up their personal stuff. So it's very tight. It's run, in a tight way, but it's also very relaxing in there.
For sure.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be both. It's got to be relaxing in a calm environment, but it's also got to be run, like you said, in a tight manner, very efficient and logistical way. Our team is phenomenal. I mean, we're doing 20 loads of laundry a day because we're giving everybody anything they need. You can come back straight after the gym, or you can come there in your slacks right after church, or whatever the case is. We've got everything you would need to do any of the services. But I mean, the team, you didn't do any services, and you talked to mainly Gabby, I'm sure, but I mean, the team is phenomenal. We've got people, because of all the different services, we've got people in all four corners of the building pretty much all the time. So they do a great job of making sure everybody's got what they need. If they need anything, making sure they get it, paying close attention to everybody in the different services that we're putting them through. So it's a lot of fun because we're working with so many different people, age, gender, the reason they're coming in, and all over the place all at the same time. So the team does a great job of taking care of everybody.
Now, I plan on coming to do some service now that you did this analysis promo that we're about to talk about.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's talk about where you're located first.
Yeah. So we're located on Old Bullard and Timberwild. So behind Broadway Square Mall, in that shopping center where Laurel and Pearl is.
Yeah.
It's a brand new building. Jeremy's Allstate office is right next door. So that's where we're at.
Yeah. State-of-the-art building, very easy to park. So It can be.
It can be, but it can be the worst parking lot.
Yeah, let's not say that. Let's not say that. It's
I just got to set the expectation. Everything about the place is great. The parking can be tight.
My parking was pretty easy, but
if
I also
it's
was
tight,
there.
It's good though because
like 3 or 4, 3 o'clock, you know, and so. Oh no, I was there earlier. That was at 1.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah,
so if there is any parking issues, give us a call that's on the door, and we'll have somebody valet it.
What's the hours look like?
So we're Monday through Friday, 8 to 7, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Wow.
And then on the weekends, we're 10 to 6.
10 to 6.
So we're 7 days a week blowing and going.
Wow. That's impressive.
Yeah.
It's a lot going on. All right, tell us about the promos that you decided to hit me with.
For sure. So promo, anybody that mentions 903 podcast, we have what we call our day pass. So let's do this. Anybody that mentions 903 podcast will do a free freeze or a free red light, a free service of our lifestyle services.
Yeah.
We also have what we call a day pass, which is our more popular option for people just coming to experience stuff. It's any 3 of the lifestyle services. Normally it's $80. Since we're doing the free one, we'll do it for $39, which is normally the cost of a single service. So we'll do any 3, our day pass for 3 lifestyle services for $39.
Sweet.
And then we'll do, for any of the medical stuff, any IV, HBOT, anything like that, we'll do $40 off first visit.
Awesome, man.
Anybody that mentions 903 podcast. What else? Oh, the T-shape. So we'll do the same promo we're doing right now. It's your first session's $149 for a facial or $199 for a body sculpting. So no commitment, but all that I will do all that for anybody that mentions
just get your feet
podcast.
wet.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I love it, man.
Dip your toe in the water.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Because a lot of it's especially for a run here, a lot of it's so new, especially all in one spot.
Right.
A lot of people have experienced different things.
Sure.
What we have in that building is a lot different than what people think of when they think of the names of the services. Mm-hmm. I mean, we got some of the latest and greatest stuff in there. So anything we can do to help people experience it, to figure out which direction they want to go, if they want to go a direction, we love to help people experience it.
Tell us a success story since you've been there. You know, it's almost been a year. I'm sure you have one that maybe sticks out in mind of somebody that had some concerns, or maybe they came in knowing that they needed your services and you saw a transformation.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's 2 people right off the bat. One, there was a female police officer that came in. The first time she came in, I mean, she was full uniform, just got off shift, and she walked in probably the slowest I've ever seen anybody walk. I'm talking about hobbling, was scooting 1 foot, and she's a police officer. She was in good shape. So you could tell something was up. So we talked to her, did the consultation, and it was a sciatica issue. Mm-hmm. So we put her on a protocol of coming in to do cryo and compression 2 or 3 times a week. And we did the hip compression because we're getting, with sciatica, there could be a bunch of different issues, whether it's coming from your hamstring or lower back. So we did the hip compression for her, and then cryo. And I mean, she was one of our biggest advocates. And after a week, I mean, she was a completely different person.
A week?
Oh, yeah. When the first time she walked in, I was like, man, I don't think she's very nice. And I mean, she looked like she was hurting, so I was like, maybe it's because the way she was acting and talking, I was like, something's not right. She's hurting pretty bad because she wasn't very talkative. Mm-hmm. After about a week, I mean, she was coming in there. She would walk the door, and she knew we were watching, and so she'd be dancing and jumping up and down, and I mean, just completely different personality than when we saw her the first time because she was in so much pain. So that'd be probably the first one that sticks out that I tell people. The other one is more of the mental, emotional stress side of things. So we have one person that's a huge advocate for us that sends us a ton of people. That's a therapist in the area that. Her story is she was dealing with some stuff, mm-hmm. And it is her personal time to just come in and unplug. And I mean, she'll come in and she'll do pretty much all of our lifestyle services every time she comes in.
Like a spa.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, she comes in, she knows we've got her locker ready with her robe, her clothes, we know her sizes and everything. She comes in, puts her stuff in the locker, locks it up, puts her robe on, and I mean, we're just shuffling her from service to service. For her, and it's not anything that I can feel or see, mm-hmm. But for her testimony being that it's such a relief and escape for her mentally to be able to disassociate from everything else.
And take care of herself.
Yeah, absolutely. And mothers and teachers and nurses are the worst at it because they're so used to taking care of somebody else.
Agreed.
And so for her, mother, grandmother, and her profession is listening to other people and helping them through stuff. For her to be able to come unplug and really focus on her well-being, both physical and mental and spiritual. I mean, like I said, it's not anything that I can see or feel just going off of what she's telling me. But it happens to be one of my favorite ones just because it's something that I wasn't expecting to be able to help and make a difference in people's lives. Now, I was looking forward to helping athletes get back on the field or track or court faster,
Right.
but I didn't have that demographic for the mental health side of things picked out and something I was looking forward to because I hadn't thought of it. And so when she told me and a couple of our team members that story, it was eye-opening, something that I hadn't thought about that became one of my favorite success stories.
Yeah, it's very cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes we get caught in the numbers and the minutia of day-to-day stuff, and we don't take that time for ourselves.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
Sure. Anything we didn't get to?
I don't think so. I mean, I think that was a lot.
Yeah, it was.
I think we got through it. And
I did too, man.
For anybody that's listening or watching, and I mean, I sent you the text before you came by of all the different things. I'm sure reading it or looking at it online is like
it's
overload.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Our team does a really good job of when you come in, let's figure out what you're looking for.
Sure.
Why did you come in? What made you get off the couch, drive here, and walk through the door? Is it pain, energy, sleep?
Or call.
Yeah. But getting people in to just walk through and explain the different services, be able to see, put your eyes, put your hands on stuff, it makes it make a lot more sense. So anybody that's curious, you're not being pressured to buy anything. We just want to show people what all it is and what all it does.
Yeah, I can't speak for your tours, but
That's
I know
true.
your wife gives the best tour.
Well, that even if you saw my tour, my wife gives the best tour.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Yeah,
We'll have to. Jordan will be fine.
Yeah, I'm not a bad backup plan. We'll say that.
Yeah, for sure. I always like to end all the podcasts with a shout out.
Yeah.
So, anybody you want to recognize?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, Jeremy, my uncle.
Sure.
The owner. To want to open it, to want to take the risk as an entrepreneur and open something like this in this area that's not already here because you're passionate about helping people feel better, I think is huge. And
what an example.
yeah, and to take the risk and then have me and then Gabby, my wife, come on and the amount of trust he's placed in us to kind of to run it. Just want to give him a big shout out. It has been so much fun. Our second year of marriage working together with my master's degree in business and her being a nurse. It's like, when does that happen?
Right. Unless you're an office manager.
Yeah.
Which in this case,
It's essentially
running a franchise.
It's essentially the same thing. So, but it's just such a unique opportunity that we have that he gave us the ability to do, and we're thankful that he gave us the trust to do it and make a lot of important decisions and to work together. It's such a unique and special opportunity that we love, and we talk about all the time how fun it is, because I'm sure here in however many years we'll look back and be like, man, I miss working with you.
Yeah.
What a unique opportunity that we got right off the bat to do that. Spend a lot more time together in our second year of marriage than we would have otherwise.
Yeah, for sure. You talk more.
Yeah.
And then making those big decisions really helps. Like we built a home together, me and my wife. And there was a lot of important decisions to make, and it grew us way closer.
Yeah.
And it just got us back, on rhythm. And I manage a bunch of people, and she just has a small office. So I see things from a really big level where she just handles all the details. And I had to come down. She had to come up a little bit, which was awesome.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
And she's I'm not going to say, she is easy to work with. We work really well together because she's very smart, very passionate, very caring, and I'm smart and more logic forward. And so we both bring valuable tools to the table in such a different way that when we take the time to talk through them and work together, the collaboration is 9 times out of 10 the best solution to whatever issue we're working towards.
And I can promise you your guests feel that too.
Yeah, for sure. And it's something we were worried about. It was like, we're going to these interviews, hiring people, like we didn't tell people we were married until the very end.
Yeah.
And some people were like, oh yeah, I knew that. And some people were like, really?
Yeah.
So our team is phenomenal, and they've, I mean, I don't know how it feels if I was walking into a husband-wife situation. And they've all taken it and trusted us to make the best decisions for the business, for them. And we have such a phenomenal team. It's so much fun to go to work every day.
Yeah, very cool, man. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
Telling us a little bit about your business, and I hope you got a ton of people coming in saying 903 Podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
You can do all these discounts.
Yeah, that's right.
All right,
that's
man.
Right.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Thanks.